Everybody, coming up, we got Skinny Pedal Fab RZR buggy build. We've got Amber,
Steven,
my sweaty mess. Gonna show you, maybe talk about, we're not gonna show you anything. We're gonna talk about the stuff you need in order to do this yourself, save you a ton of money and have a sense of pride.
build your own RZR buggy.
Build not bought, even though there's nothing wrong with buying it. If you're poor folk like us, you gotta build it.
I'm very proud of my build.
Sprinkles. We'll get into that here in a minute.
Yes.
So, real quick, everybody, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, help us out, because that's the only way we can grow and go and you know, maybe get to one day where we can give something like this away.
And we appreciate everyone who has liked and subscribed.
Yes, and we super appreciate everybody that's came to us in the shop.
Oh my gosh.
Trusting us to work on their stuff. Huge thank you to all of you guys. You guys are the best. I think we spend just as much time talking to them and hanging out with them as we do working on their stuff. So, but it's fun. We love it. We've met some of the greatest people doing this. So
Yes.
we're really blessed and thankful for all of you.
So our little small business appreciates you way bigger than what we are.
Yeah. So yeah. So drop a comment now. Help us out. Tell us what your favorite RZR bouncer is. Ours is
Hammer time.
Hammer Time,
Baby girl.
Baby Girl,
Baby girl.
and the buggy that we don't know the name of.
ORB's last
Yeah. So
RZR bouncer he raised.
Hammer Time was Razor Sharp. Justin Fraser built that. Awesome freaking. I mean, it was cool.
I have a picture of it. We should drop in there.
Baby Girl, Jonathan Shepard, Skinny Pedal Fab, the guy who came up with the idea for this, which is a great idea. And then Justin Pierpoint, ORB. I don't know if he names his buggies. He just goes out there and
It
thrashes
was
on
a
them.
copper kind of.
It was the last one we saw him race. Yeah, had an awesome wrap on it. So those are our top three, other than Sprinkles. Sprinkles.
She's not in the competition.
Yeah, Sprinkles is family, so she's not in the competition. So everybody, you know, let us know. You see a buggy you like, just throw it out there. Tell us your favorite buggy, because they all look a little different. I think that's it. Stay tuned. Part 1 of building your own RZR bouncer, trail bouncer, rock hopper, whatever you want to call it.
I do like Zach Nash's buggy too.
Yeah,
I could sit here all day and name off all the buggies.
we like them all. Most of them. Most of them.
Hello. Welcome back.
We're back.
We're back. We're back. Well, we've been here.
We're
but
all-
We've been busy. Look, Steven's leaking.
I'm leaking all over the place.
It's
So,
hot.
we are back, obviously, for a long time. Seems like a long time from Windrock.
It doesn't seem like a long time to us because we've been so busy
Yeah.
in the shop.
Yeah, we've been wanting to get some videos out, but we came back and we got busy with a lot of gear reductions, a cage, some doors.
Yes.
So instead of just boring you guys to death with just footage to put on YouTube just so we can have a video out, we try to keep it good content.
Yes. We wanted to go ride, but the customers do come first, and we did that gear reduction special and ended up getting a lot coming in, so we wanted to bust those out. We haven't really worked on Sprinkles and Vlad. They need some attention,
Sprinkle's got new wheel bearings.
and that's it, but she still needs more attention.
Need some Hines, a radius rod.
Which ORB is, I had bought all ORB for Sprinkles. I've run it for a long time and just sent him a warranty email to my friend, the Blue Popsicle, Tabitha. So she's getting me new ones sent out. And then there's Vlad.
And we got some trailing arms coming for Vlad.
And he got some performance side-by-side bushings I bought him.
Yeah, some performance side-by-side bushings. Everything we can find out, they're the go-to bushing people, so we went to them.
Yeah. bought them and we'll test them out.
Try them out, see how long they last. But yeah, so we're back from Windrock. Got a lot of work done, and we're closing in on getting to get out and ride again. We're getting itchy and sweaty to get out and ride.
But we're also getting itchy about this. What is it? What is it?
All right, so
what could it be?
So we totally built sprinkles on this table.
Minus this kit.
Minus the kit, from scratch.
With these.
From
points.
scratch. Only thing we didn't do in ourselves, we had our suspension tabs laser cut out. Other than,
I'm good with the plasma cutter, but not bolt hole good.
yeah, she's pretty darn good with the plasma cutter. But yeah, nothing like a cutting table can do.
No.
So, like I said, we built sprinkles by hand off jig. We built our first buggy by hand off jig. And it's like when you get down to the suspension points and steering and diff mounts and shock mounts, that's where you really lose a lot of time to get it right. And a lot of people just kind of, it's easy to get that stuff off. And then like you've got buggies when their suspension's going up and down, it's got so much bump steer it looks like a wounded duck trying to take off and fly.
And I just got to tell this story real quick. So one time I went to a race and nobody could make the left-hand turn. And it was the time I beat Tim Cameron. So I have an imaginary trophy for that. It's right here. But I studied for every pass and I knew when I had to cut that steering wheel to the left, and I made the left-hand turn.
I think you're the only one to make the left-hand turn.
Thank you. I mean, I didn't do good on the rest of the hill, but by God, I made that turn.
You didn't wreck.
I didn't wreck, and I made the turn.
It was like if you could make the turn, and then it was like the flip point. Once you got past the turn and the flip point, it was just racing after that.
And I beat Tim Cameron because I made the left-hand turn. So left-hand turns are really important. You want your buggy to turn. So this.
And we're not bashing on anybody else.
No.
This is, I mean, this is just the evolution of.
No, it's hard.
When it started, and it's really hard to get this stuff right. But when we first heard of these Skinny Pedal fabrication do-it-yourself razor kits, we're like, man, it'd be nice just to see if it speeds it up. So we got one.
And we're going to try to show you the best and most efficient way we can.
Yeah,
for
there's
any of you fabricators out there to possibly.
Well, not fabricators mainly because they got it down, but more the do-it-yourself.
Do-it-yourself fabricators. I call you a fabricator if you can weld and bend a piece of tube. Then you can fabricate.
You're a fabricator in our books.
Yeah.
So probably the biggest advantage of this is, yes, it's an additional cost on top of your other material because you still basically need all the other material to build it. But the time savings, if you're going to do this yourself, if you've been wanting a buggy and you're like, I'm not paying 10, 15,000, I just don't have it. We totally feel you, because if we had to pay that for the sprinklinator over there,
Amber wouldn't have it.
Amber wouldn't have a buggy.
Because Amber's not rich, so Amber has to learn how to work hard.
We just, yeah, we're just po folks living on a budget, trying to do what we love. So.
But money's a big thing. You know, you will save money using this, and two, so much time, because the outer shell of sprinkles we did in the weekends in a month. I mean, it was exactly.
Oh, it was even less than that.
Well, yeah, we weren't out there every
I think it was
Saturday, Sunday. It might have been just Saturdays.
Like 2 good Saturdays, and we had the shell of it, and maybe we'll see if we can throw a picture of it up in here.
And then the front end, all the alignment, the
It's critical.
steering rack, the power steering mount, the shocks, I mean, everything beyond that point was days and days, and you hold something here and you hold it there, and does it work, and then measure this and measure that off the old frame, and it very, very time consuming, very frustrating.
All right, so Jonathan Shepard came up with this, and I mean, our opinion, I mean, my opinion on Mount Amber's, but his buggies, both big buggies, Rzr buggies, that dude can build some buggies. I mean, awesome looking, just thinks outside the box, everything. So he's really talented, came up with this. So maybe not this video, we're gonna get into piecing all this together, because there's a lot of little doodads that go together.
You can see we've started to.
We've started.
Here's some of the front end.
We've started organizing.
Here's the back bash plate.
And then you optional, if you want to, there's sets of jigs that come with it to find your suspension points, so you're not getting something out of whack there.
We paid a lot of attention to detail, and look how curved.
Yeah, I mean, curve that just to give the transmission extra clearance underneath it, because turbo trims hang down below the frame rail.
And it's so clean looking.
Yeah, I mean, it's great. So everybody's got a friend that can weld. If you can't weld, I guarantee your buddy can weld. And any welder that has similar interests in Rzrs or off-road stuff like you is going to want to be a part of this. You know, if you need a friend to weld it together. So maybe some of the simple things you need would be the bender. This is a JD squared.
And in case no one knows, this is my favorite thing to do.
And it's not air powered, it's amber powered.
Although I'm starting to like welding a lot.
Yeah.
Maybe my two favorite.
Yeah, so I'm not gonna have any work to do in the shop here before too long. She's gonna do it all. So the bender, obviously not a pipe bender. You want a tube bender. A pipe bender, you basically might as well be putting it over your knee and trying to bend it. It flattens out the tube. It structurally.
It's like the 80s hair crimper.
Yeah, I mean, it's no good. So we got that. And
I'm gonna let Steven show you my least favorite
her least
tool.
favorite tool. Well, you probably said she's not allowed to use the notcher. Just because it will bite. But JD squared notcher really holds it good. It's really steady. You can notch right through anything.
And you can see how much Steven has notched just here recently.
Mm-hmm. And then a good old fashioned chop saw, cheap tool. Chop saw. Pull the trigger and it cuts stuff.
And if you're doing a build, you know, I think taking pictures with your chop saw is great because almost sparks flying everywhere. You look vicious. If you want some hype about it.
I can't remember how much this was, but if you're gonna,
I think I paid $300 for it.
300. So
2 something, 3.
The very first one I had was like $100, and it did the job very dangerously. Broke Amber's thumb, I think, her finger, her wrist, something got mashed up in it. It's tore my arm off 2 or 3 times, so that's why we went ahead and spent some money. We realized we were going to do this more and more, so we just spent the money. You got a good notcher. So I mean, you're less. That's really it. To go with your bender, the Vindicator protractor, got to get it the same radius as your die, or that matches your die. Helps you figure out angles, helps you kind of see what where you're going with your shapes and stuff. But other than that, I mean, just a simple square, tape measure, little angle finder, little digital level, some grinders, cutoff wheels. I mean, that's it. I mean, what would you say? Less, $800 to $1,000 maybe. And you got all the tools you need. Not counting your welder.
Or plasma cutter.
You don't need the plasma cutter.
You don't need
It's
it.
extra, but it's nice to have.
It is nice to have.
But like I said, I'm not worried about the welder because everybody knows somebody that's got a welder.
That's
that can
true.
weld.
And we don't even have a top of the line welder, but
That's a Hobart.
it's good.
Made by Lincoln. Only thing I don't like about that welder is you can't go. It's either setting 4 or setting 5. There's no 4.5, and it seems like 4.5 is the sweet spot in a lot of this thickness tubing material. So, is there anything else that we missed?
Maybe a good hookup on cheap metal prices. That would be nice.
Yeah, metal's insane right now.
It's doubled.
But what would you think? I mean, we're probably, to build a buggy, you're probably looking, probably some fabricators gonna get pissed off. I mean, it's a lot of work. These things are worth money.
What, this was $1,500?
Start to finish, you're gonna be $3,500, $4,000 in material, aluminum panels, bolts, hardware, little things that you don't think of, wiring pieces and parts, and
Yeah,
fuel cells, and extending drive shafts, and
okay, maybe a little more than 4. We're gonna say 5,000 tops.
put it together and weld it. So, if anybody's made it this far in the video, I don't know. Drop us a comment. Hit the like button.
Now see if you want to follow the build.
Subscribe if you want it. And this is part 1 of the build. Told you just the basic stuff you need. So get online and order you some bunch of stuff and get your parts and start following along. This would be a great wintertime project for somebody.
And with Jonathan Shepard, I saw on, we were cruising his Facebook.
Is it twice a year or just once a year?
It said he was getting ready, he was taking orders right now and they'll be ready for the fall.
Yep.
So if you don't place your order for this kit, you will not get it.
And you don't have to pay for it all up front. You have to put a down payment, I think.
I think so.
I think you got to make a down payment. So Jonathan, Skinny Pedal Fab, hit him up. He's getting ready to do a round of these. So get on the list. This is what you get. Our next video, we'll start piecing and putting it together and start making it look something.
And we're not sponsored by anything that we've discussed today. Just, I know that's, for me, an issue. You know, I mean, I'd love to be sponsored, but at the same time, I always feel like somebody's going to tell me that something's good if it's not. But everything we discussed, the ORB down to all the tools, they've all been purchased.
Hashtag not sponsored. Us. So, sorry for the boring video. We just want to reach out to you, tell you what we've been doing and what we got coming up. We're excited about this. I can't wait. I think it's going to be a fun build. And, you know, doing this build for super nice couple. And they wanted us to build it, and they're actually brave enough to let us have free reign on what we want it to look like.
Oh my gosh.
It might look like the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile we saw down in Clarksville the other day. No.
I mean, I like the Oscar Mayer Wiener mobile. And if you order something, I looked on their website, if you order any merchandise, it comes with a free wiener whistle. I'm just throwing that out there. So.
I shouldn't have ever brought that up.
I know.
I forgot about the wiener whistle, and I should have known directly where you were going to take it. So.
I want the wiener Matchbox car.
So that's what we're doing. We're going to do, it's not going to be video of this, but I think you're done for the night, aren't you? So we've got a year on the gear reduction and big tires set up. So we're going to do a review of that, how things are holding up, and just the basics of running. I mean, I'm still running stock axles, and she's back there dying. Yeah.
I was hoping.
She's getting red in the face. Red in the face, trying not to laugh about the wiener whistle.
I was shocked. Look at the website.
So we'll have a little 1 year review of our gear reductions and big tires, and maybe what you need to. We get a lot of questions what you need to run and how much it's going to tear up, and jeez.
Just watching him try to be so serious, I can't quit laughing.
I'm not being serious. I'm just. Yeah, we're gonna do that. So we got some exciting things coming. It's just the the world is a crazy place right now, getting held up on some stuff, but
And we're getting held up. No.
yeah, so we need to do a clutching video, and we need to get out and ride. And
Oh, maybe the next week or two we're gonna go ride.
yes,
Some riding videos.
yeah. And speaking of that, because not everybody follows us, if they've made it this far, we're gonna go crash the fall crawl at Black Mountain. Third weekend of October. It won't be a serious like we're going out there and just filming us riding. It's just anybody that wants to come out and hang out, good time. There'll be Rzr bouncers, Rzrs, Jeeps, big bouncers. It's a big, not really event, but it's a big ride. So it'll be fun.
So we'd like to hang out with you guys.
Yeah, we're gonna be there to hang out.
Well, I mean, we'll have the cameras. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, we'll see we'll still be doing video, but it's just us wanting to hang out, meeting a lot of you guys. A lot of you guys saying you want to come ride with us. If you're available that weekend, come on, let's hang out.
I guess it's a weekend just not focused on us riding.
Yeah.
Just whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, and I think I'd say no, I'm not. I can't say.
You invited the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
No, I can't say what we've been talking about for a while, all this time back from Windrock.
The fact that you didn't have my excavator delivered for my
Well,
birthday.
you used to remind me of that every week, so.
Is that what we can't mention?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just kidding.
So.
But if an excavator shows up here.
But no, we've got some plans for next year, next riding season, and it's going to need planned out. And it's going to involve a lot of you guys if you want to come. So, the channel's not about us, it's about the sport and everybody in it. Alright, we'll probably edit a lot of this out. But
You can edit out the Wienermobile. I lost my shit. I'm telling you, if people look at the website, they push the limits on that.